Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Yeah, how you doing tonight? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What the hell you trying to go? Hey,
All
turn
right.
it down. I'm gonna have to do an interview. Turn me down. Keep the light on.
Yeah, I appreciate your I appreciate your time, champ.
No problem. I
This is
appreciate you having me, man. Let me turn some light on. Hey, how are you?
how you doing? How you doing, man?
I'm fine. I'm his beautiful mom. Yeah, ain't that stop it.
How you doing? How you doing, man? How you doing, man?
I'm fine. How are you? Oh, you gotta call behind you. That's bad, man.
Excellent. I'm excellent.
That's
This
good.
is Jack of Fitness. I have undefeated welterweight prospect Quentin Quick Draw Randall. First off, thank you for your time. Congratulations on that victory on that Lomachenko Lopez undercard. Um, just overall explain, just express what it was like to fight on one of the biggest cards, of the year. What was that like?
Man, it was a good atmosphere, man, and they pretty much they treated me as if I was already a part of the top ranked stable when I wasn't. They did a couple extra specials on me, interview. So it felt good, man. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think I was gonna be on that card, that's for sure. But I was just glad I had the
Yeah,
opportunity to be on it because uh, that's one of the biggest cards of the year. We had some big cards this year, the Charlo brothers. Then you had the Earl just fought, so they was all big cards, and I was just happy to be on one of them. And then I got a good TV spot, so I couldn't complain.
yeah, yeah. That gotta be dope, especially fighting like I said that was one of the, I think 3 million views. Like
Yeah,
one of the most viewed fights of the year, and just to be on that card, that gotta be some type of great feeling. Just overall, can you describe, that whole bubble experience, going into the bubble? Was that your first time in the bubble for the year?
fighting this year. I haven't fought since
Hold on, give me a second. I think he might have froze.
October of last year, so I was out for over a year. Now, being a bubble, it was cool, man.
Okay.
This for me. Uh,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I say so. It was all business when I went out there. Like, if you wasn't training, then you was pretty much in your room. We couldn't move around too much. We had this whole floor that was to ourselves. So if you wanted to eat lunch, it was lit. They was literally driving us probably 100 yards, like just from the hotel to the venue, which was connected to it. It was just we went a back way. It was like we went down a separate hallway. Everything was just closed off because they didn't want us to have no contact with anybody outside the casino that hasn't been tested for COVID. So
Okay.
I mean, like I said, it was all. I didn't mind it. It was just all business for me. I just stayed focused on the fight, so it didn't bother me. It's boring, but my
Yeah.
dream was always. I was just so excited to be on the card that I didn't
Okay.
care. And I didn't care. I could have stayed down there a week long as I got the dub.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's cool. Now the name Quick Draw. How did you? That's a nice catchy nickname. How did you come about getting that nickname, Quick Draw?
Man, I didn't get this name until after my first fight because we couldn't find one. Like we was thinking of one. We was
Okay.
trying to. Me and my coach couldn't. After I won my first fight, I'm sitting down for my second fight. Is the next day, and my coach was like, "What you think about Quick Draw?" And I
Yeah.
was like, "Hell no!" But then 10 seconds later, I thought about it. I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go Quick Draw," and I that's been it ever since my since 2012.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Talk about your amateur career. I see you had over 50 something fights amateur. You was highly decorated amateur. Just speak on some of your amateur accolades coming into the pros.
I mean, that was good. I was ranked number 1 in the nation, number 2 in the continent, number 5 in the world. I was a silver medalist in Continentals, which is pretty much the Pan American Games, and I placed 5th in the world championship. So
Yeah.
I mean, I won Golden Gloves, state Golden Gloves, went to nationals. I've been to nationals several times, but I was always coming up short at nationals. Like I was always in the semifinal. I could never break that final threshold until 2016. I finally broke through, and
Yeah.
it was uphill after that. Drive.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I also see, I did my research. I try to do my research. I see you like to cook, man. Tell me some of your dishes you like to throw down on
Man,
in
I
the
used to
kitchen.
like I used to like to cook, man. I don't be cooking like that no more, man. I be so busy training, man, because I be training
Yeah.
3 times a day, so it be hard for me to cook. So I deal with perfecting athletes, the people who make Shakur Stevenson meal and Terrence Crawford meals.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I do my meal prep that. Now, when I do want to cook, it's rare, but when I do cook, I make sure I throw down. But I don't cook as much as I used to at all.
Okay. So you three workouts a day. So what's them workouts like with my boy Evans, man? I talked to Regis. Regis
E-
described some of them workouts.
Evans be trying to kill you, man, but it's all good. Like I feel like if I ain't suffering, it ain't working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That's what that's
and
that's
he
the
showed gonna
that's
make
that yeah, that's one of Evans's fortes. He talks about he likes to take his fighters to the brink, push them all the way to the limits. Now, do you do the pool workouts with him too? Cause I
yeah. I
seen
do the
you
whole
doing the okay.
I do the whole ordeal with him. We swim on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We got to swim tomorrow. I'm in camp right now with Jared Hurd. So after I spar Hurd, then we go swimming a couple hours after that. So,
Yeah. I see that. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. Just speak on some of the the top guys. Being that Jared Hurd, former world champion, speak on some of the top guys you get work with in the Houston area too.
and I was in a couple of Charlo camps. Jamel Charlo, not Jamal. I've never sparred Jamal. I sparred Jamel
Okay.
several times last year. I was in 2 of his camps last year. I've been sparring Regis for years. Um, I
Yeah.
spar I spar Rosario this year. I'm in Jared Hurd's camp right now. I've been in the ring with Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson. Like I've been in the ring with Darvin Price, Marquise Taylor. Like
Yeah.
I've been in the ring with a lot of dogs, a lot of world champions.
Yeah. Definitely. And for the people that don't know, you a tall welterweight. Your measurements, you 6 feet tall, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long do you plan on campaigning at the welterweight division? Are you
Until I
do
win
you
my
do you, do you plan on?
until I win my first world title and unify. After a few
Okay.
times of defending it, I'm gonna go to 154. But I have no problem making 147 right now. I'm not.
Okay.
I have no problem making 147 at all. It comes easy. So until this starts to be a problem, until I just have a great opportunity at 154 to seize opportunity, then I'm gonna go. Then I'll go up. But as of right now, I'm campaigning at 47. But I've only had 2 fights at 47. All 7 of my fights. All my fights been at 54. My last 2 been at
Yeah.
47.
Okay.
And so
Because that's the next thing I was going
I
to
just
ask
don't
you.
try to
Because I
trust
know.
them big boys at 54.
Okay. Okay, so like you said, you make the weight comfortably. Because that was gonna be my next question. Because I knew in the amateurs you fought at 152, but that from 152 to 147, that's not a big weight cut or jump at all. And you said you don't have a problem making the weight. What are your plans? The years slowly but surely end in 2020. What's the plans for 2021 for Quint?
We're supposed to be back in action in February. I think February
Okay.
13th on the top rank card. And then
Yeah,
Tiafimo
that's a
is
tough.
supposed to fight in Australia in April. So if he
Okay.
fights in Australia in April, I'm on that one as well. But we're not fighting on no cards if it's not a TV spot. We're looking to get 5 fights next year and being at least
Okay.
by a title eliminator or title contention by the end of next year.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, February 13th is a top ranked date. That's
Yeah.
I believe Joe Smith. Joe Smith is fighting for a world title on that card.
Yeah, it's a lot of people like my boy Troy Isley is making his pro debut on that card as well. Jared Anderson is on that card, and these are my bros that
Okay.
was on the USA team with me. So I'm happy to be on that card. We've been in the trenches together
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah. Yo, I'm glad you brought that up. Because I was going to ask you about the real big baby. Like, how is it, finally touching the pro ranks and being active with some of the guys, like you said, that you came up through the trenches with and the amateur ranks? Now you guys are running around as pros. Just describe that overall feeling. What does that feel like?
That's live, bro. To watch my brothers, man. They like brothers telling me to watch them come up in the amateurs, do their thing, and then like Duke Reagan. Duke was one of the best amateurs I've ever seen. Jared was
Yeah,
one of the biggest, lightest heavyweights I've seen in a long time. And so his speed and his athleticism, the way he moves like a lightweight. So
yeah,
and just being able to fight with him, that's what I wanted to do anyway. So it's gonna be fun. Like it's gonna be fun.
yeah, yeah. Another question that I like to ask the guys, being that now you on that level, you're fighting on TV, on big time cards. Now the younger guys coming up, through the ranks, the USA team, the young amateurs, they looking to the guys like you now, like the Shakur Stevensons, the big babies. Just give them a word of advice, what they got to sacrifice, what they got to do, the type of things they got to put in to get to that level.
Man, when I tell the young people all the time, man, doing this sport, man, don't cheat it.
Yeah,
Isn't cheating, playing with your life. Last year we had 4 good fighters die. We didn't have 4 bad fighters. We had 4 good fighters that
yeah,
passed in the ring. So when you end up, man, don't take nothing for granted. Whatever you put in your body, you always put healthy stuff in your body, man. Don't smoking and drinking ain't gonna get you there. You have to make sacrifices. You have to give up pleasures that you. It's gonna be uncomfortable. But in this sport, once you're comfortable being uncomfortable, then you're on the right path.
okay,
So never let anybody tell you what you can't do, because I'm living proof that you can beat odds. You can beat a lot of odds and still be successful. I don't care if you had a late start or not. If you're disciplined and you got the heart for it, and you got the ability to learn, then the sky's the limit.
yeah, yeah. Now I also read that Bernard Hopkins is one of your guys. You get a lot of encouragement off of Bernard Hopkins. Could you go into that more? Why B Hop, the great Philadelphia legend,
Yeah,
is such like an inspiration to you?
man, B Hop has always been my favorite fighter. Floyd was never my favorite fighter. It was always been B Hop. Floyd was second, but I've always
Yeah,
loved B Hop. So I was watching B Hop as a kid, and then once I got sent to once I got sent away to prison, I got to throw a jab or throw a straight right, and that's how I was trying to learn my foundation, my fundamentals that way. But at the same time, I still had to relearn from scratch once you go to the gym, because it's different than reading it and then having a coach show you.
yeah. You freezing up a little bit. Can you hear me?
So I had to roll my mattress up, tied with my sheet, rig it on my bunk, and just use that as my bag. I read the instructions, try to do it the way I seen him do it in the ring, and I did that for 2.5 years. So, but like I said, when I got out, my coach Derek Collinsworth had to reteach me
Yeah, I can hear you. You was freezing up a little bit. Can you hear me now? Yeah, your audio was bouncing in and out. Can you
Yeah,
hear
can you
me?
hear me now?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hear you now. Yeah,
All right, cool. So, like I said, once I got out, my coach Darren Collinsworth, I still had to. He still had to teach me everything because it was still different than looking at something and doing it and having a coach teach you the fundamentals because I had to get you had to do your feet right. Everything was, but I wasn't too far behind everybody else who
yeah,
just started from scratch. You see what I'm saying? So, but I still have to learn from the ground up. But I've never even met Bernard Hopkins yet, man. That's the only person who I'm waiting to meet. I met Andre Ward. He was one of my favorite fighters. I met Floyd. He was one of my favorite fighters. I seen Roy. I seen Lennox
yeah,
Lewis. I have yet to meet Bernard yet.
yeah.
I'm gonna beat up on one. I'm gonna beat up on one of his fighters next year if I get the opportunity. But
Okay.
I ain't met.
Yeah. What was it? What was it like me, Andre Ward? 'Cause I know Andre Ward is like a down to earth, real spiritual, humble dude. What was that whole experience like?
Man, what was dope, man? What was real cool, man? It was real cool. He was real. He ain't shy to, he real talkative. If he loved the sport, so he's
Yeah,
always willing to give advice if you ask him. So he was real
yeah,
cool, and I got to meet him when I did the interview with Top Rank, and I met Timothy Bradley. Timothy Bradley was cool too. And Tim was real cool.
yeah. Dope. That's dope, man. Before I let you go, man, what's the first thing, you know, after you refuel, you make weight, because you know you have that grueling training camp. What's the first thing you want to eat after you deprive yourself for that long training camp? Then you can finally indulge on something that you didn't indulge on. What's the first thing you like to partake in?
Man, it just depends what type of mood I'm in, bro. Like perfecting athletes, they feed me real good. So they may come with chicken one meal, a couple hours later they may come with
Okay,
pasta, but I make sure I eat it all. Like I don't shy away from nothing. So but man, it'd be really pasta. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be really want pasta.
okay. And one more question. You don't have to answer this. A lot of fighters don't like to answer this. The next day when you fight, how big do you fuel up to? Do you rehydrate to?
Man, I don't fuel up that big. I go from 147 to probably 160, 162. I probably go like 12, 15 pounds.
Okay. That's not bad.
Yeah, I
That's
don't lift
not
that
bad.
big.
That's not bad. Well, like I told you, I ain't gonna hold too much of your time. Let everybody know your social media handles where they can follow you out on social media.
Man, you can follow me on my Instagram at quickdraw_P4P. Again, quickdraw_P4P.
Okay. And once again, I thank you for your time, and I'll be looking forward to interviewing you again after the 13th, after another victory out there in Vegas, if you're on that card. And like I said, thank you for your time, champ.
All right, bet. Next time I'll make sure I'm in a better situation, better environment, and
Nah,
feel more
yo,
excited.
listen, man. It's all good, man. Cause sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I just appreciate your time, man. I appreciate you tapping in and sharing, some of your experiences, man. Now I can go off and share this with some of the younger guys that I'm around. And on that card, you fought with one of my boys, Jahad Tucker, was on that card with you.
Oh yeah. He from New York, right? Yeah,
That's my
he
people.
be training down here at Jay Prince. He signed with Jay, right?
Yeah, signed with Jay. Yeah, shout out
Yeah, I
to
seen him.
Jay and
Yeah, he
Mike
be at the
Prince.
gym in the
Yeah,
mornings. Yeah,
yeah.
I seen him a couple times.
Yeah, definitely, man. But like I said, this is Quick Draw Quitting Randall. I appreciate your time, champ. Follow him on social media, on Instagram, Undefeated Welterweight Prospect, looking to make that push, man. Looking to fight 5 times in 2021. And he's headed to the top. Thank you for your time again, champ.
All right, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. I'll let you.
Yep. All right. Yeah, that was Jackal Fitness with Quentin Randall, based out of Houston, Texas, undefeated welterweight prospect. He's back in action February 13th on that top ranked card in Vegas, Bubble Life. I hope y'all appreciated this interview. Like I said, tap in with him. Undefeated prospect out of Houston, Texas, 7-0. You know, you heard gave you a little background. 2016 national. He won the nationals. Stable made of, Big Baby, Jerron Anderson. You know, he got Duke Fagan from Cincinnati, another J Prince fighter. Like I said, just you gotta be mindful of the guys that's coming into the game now, that's gonna be around. You know, sometimes it's not all about everybody that's on top. You gotta watch the guys that's coming up too. But like we say on Jack Talk Podcast, but hey, what do I know?
My name is Raylan and I'm 11 years
Jack.
old. I'm supporting Jak Fitness Boxing Media. And my question.
Go Fitness Podcast, 5 p.m. Eastern is Jak Go Fitness. But what